So we're going to do a video tour of the upstairs here before our renovation. I'm going to miss this door because this ceiling, my head goes right about there. I'm always hitting my head on this thing. This is our bathroom. We've been using this. This is what it looked like 6 years ago when we moved in. And it's not a very nice bathroom. I'm going to be happy to get this all ripped out and something new put in here. Hoping to have a bathtub and a sink and a shower, corner shower right here. And then figure something out, you know, because the slanted ceilings just make it so hard to use this bathroom. Dust control, I'm going to put this over when I start tearing everything out. The whole attic is going to get redone. I'm going to rip the whole attic out, all the insulation, redo the whole thing. Yeah. Old pine floors, not going to rip those out, but you may put something else down. This is Parker's bedroom. And it's not this corner here, it gets really cold. I don't think there's any insulation behind here. It's the old windows, single pane. Put this, try and put that down. Of course, it's so hard to move these things, so everything's stuck all the time. I just took his air conditioner out, and the kids made a hole in the wall so they could throw stuff at each other at bedtime. These old doors, this is the only one that's still on except for the bathroom. Yeah, these old handles. We moved all of our stuff and the kids into that room over there. They're gonna be sleeping in there for a while. It's a big bedroom. This old fan, I'm always hitting my head on that. And stuff on that, that's gonna go. This is Spencer's bedroom. Definitely needs some updating for sure. It's gonna be a great big job tearing all this out. Again, single pane windows. We're gonna get all new windows up here. 4 new windows. I think there used to be a chimney here. That's why it's kind of a bit of a jut out. There used to be 2 chimneys, one here and then an identical one on the other side there, right over there, right there. And so I'll probably be finding some bricks up in the ceiling there. Yeah, so that's that. And then this window here is staying, but all that's getting ripped out. Everything else is getting ripped out. This was a spare bedroom. So again, yeah, there used to be a stove pipe coming up here and chimney. And down in when I ripped out the kitchen, there used to I noticed a few burn marks on the floor. So there was a wood burning stove down there at some point. Very old house, around 1800's is when the logs were built, and people have been adding on to it ever since. I take the windows out, and then I'm just going to start throwing stuff out the windows onto the ground down there, and then from there into the truck to the dump. That's how it's going to go. Hopefully it goes smoothly. There's not too many surprises. And that'll be that. So, pretty excited to get started. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I can get it framed and insulated before the cold weather hits. Because it's it's mid-August right now. So, I think that should be plenty of time for me to do all that. But it's going to be a lot of work. Day 1 is done. That's it. I took out all the walls here. Took out all the attic insulation. And I just ran out of garbage bags. While blowing insulation, a lot of these bats of insulation too. Oh. Here's a chimney. It looks like once they decommissioned their chimney here, they just built this box to hold up this last little bit, because I guess it was just too much work for them to take it out. It's about 3.5 feet tall. I went up there and I took a couple bricks off the top. It was easy, so I'm just going to do it brick by brick and chuck them out the window. Yeah, but it's messy. A lot of ash was pouring out of there. Very old wood stove, and this is all black from it. Yeah, right up there is where they repaired it, you know, for the repaired the roof after they took the chimney off. I knew there was a chimney there, and there's a chimney on the other side too, because I saw it in an old picture. Plus I could see it when I looked in through the attic hatch. This here is just my electrical hydro line right there. There's the house out there on the ground getting sopping wet. I'll have to that's a big pile for just one room, so multiply that by 5 and have a lot more junk coming out of this house. That's it for today. Just what I'm going to do now is get washed up and go back to work, do some other work, eBay work, and actually I'm already really filthy. I may go outside and I have some stuff in my truck still I have to work on. This is day 2 of the renovation. You see here I've gotten through quite a bit. I haven't put too many hours in yet, maybe about 6 or so. But there is an old chimney here. I took all that out, brick by brick, through each brick out the window. Down there. And then I have these 3 containers full of rubble. A lot of dust back here. This is just some big giant wood. This stuff is about 1.5 inch thick. This is like, this was on the back here. Big giant piece of pine, rough board, single piece of pine. This is a piece of cedar. It was just sitting right here. It's secured on with these nails. So I just have my mask on. These cast iron nails, which is kind of sitting in here. Anyways, I just popped that out because it's not doing anything. But see, it's just all perfectly chiseled out. Way back in the 1800s, sometime in the 1800s, this is when this tree would have been cut down. That's old growth cedar. Don't see that anymore. I don't know. It's a shame to throw this stuff out. Maybe I'll sell something like that on eBay. I want to show you too the some of the architecture here. It'll be hard to see, but these are old. This is all original stuff. You can tell here. There's the wooden nail that they would use to secure all this together. Right there, wooden nail. And those are very, very difficult to take apart. Almost impossible unless you have to cut it. There's another one there. This one looked like it was taken down. There's the hole. Now it's been nailed on with more modern nails. Same with that one there. I don't know if you can see. You won't be able to see it, but way up in there, there is each one is the same. It's a wooden nail holding each one together. Yeah, pretty neat stuff. I am moving right along here. This room is stopped demoing this room for now. Moving on to the other side. It's going okay. I just have to tear down these walls here. That's the hallway. I'm saving that for last. I'm starting on this room now. Just started with this window and this wall. That's where the bathroom is. It's a lot of strapping I gotta take down. That stuff gets really dusty. Here's the second chimney. And see here, it's just like a mixture of hay from mice and creosote and some insulation. And it just falls down. Pretty heavy. This stuff too. So I'm not going to do that anymore because it gets really dusty. I put my mask back on. my renovation. I moved all this stuff. I hear someone meowing. What? You want to come outside? Don't jump. Yeah. Oh, it was about 2 days work. I had a huge pile of stuff here. This is from a couple days ago. I've been doing some more renovation work. But it took me 2 full days to sort out all the wood to burn and all the drywall. That's all the drywall that I have to take to the dump. Made some good progress in the demolition phase. I'll show you what it looks like right now. Rooms are totally gone on that side. Pretty much stripped out. Everything that is going to be stripped. There's the ceiling there. That's a roof vent. Still hemming and hawing on how exactly I'm going to insulate all this. I almost have this side done. And I just have to, all that wood is going to come down. This top piece here is not load bearing at all. I was a little bit worried, thinking that was holding up these cross member beams, but it's not. So it's going to come down. And then this whole wall is going to come down too. And in the attic, a whole bunch of insulation that I'm going to reuse. It's good rock solid insulation. There was some of this rigid foam that I took down easily. The guy didn't do a very good job of putting that up. And then all that too. So that was up in the attic. And still good stuff. So I'm going to see what I can reuse from that. There is some rock solid insulation underneath that. I've used up quite a few garbage bags. Some of them I've been throwing out the window. About that drywall that I want to put my trailer outside the window before I throw that out, just so I don't have to pick it up off the ground again. This part is from a renovation, I guess, that previous owners did. And you see here they cut these logs and they put this big cross member beam here. And I'll show you what problem. Well, it's not a problem, but I think it's just something that they ran into that they didn't really think of. So this is where that cross beam ends. Oh, you can't see anything, can you? This is where the cross beam ends here, and it should have gone here, but what had happened is that they couldn't do it because the roof line is so close to the edge, so that they couldn't. This is like a 2x10, and it wouldn't be able to fit in here, so they weren't able to get rid of this beam here, which makes the whole area very awkward. I don't hit my head on this ever. I do hit my head on this door frame sometimes. So this doesn't really bother me. What we're thinking of doing is making this a little hallway. So this will be a hallway, so you'll be able to access the bathroom here and then access the other bedroom here. Kind of hard to imagine it right now. The floor beams run this way. So the toilet stack is definitely inside of this, inside of these beams. So if I were to remove the toilet, it can go there, or it can go there. If I were to move the toilet anywhere else, what I would have to do is take all the kitchen cupboards downstairs, tear out the wall. It would be a huge mess. Get out of there. You going underground? Oh my god. The cat's disappearing in the hole. All the wiring is dead. Turned off all the breakers. So I do have these wires coming up from the basement that I want to reuse. So I have about 5 wires there that I want to reuse to make the circuits for everything else for the new bedrooms. There's one spot that I saw a roof leak because it rained, the other day, and I saw some water dripping in, and it's from that vent up there. A little bit of water was coming down. I have to go up there and figure out where it's leaking. Mid-September now, and this is what my renovation looks like today. It's quite the thing, quite the thing. I'm going to cover up these vents because I'm going to make the attic a conditioned space. So basically I'm going to spray foam, I'd like to spray foam, at least 2 inches of spray foam, just so you can get a nice sealed envelope, and then I'm going to use the rest. I'm going to put pink insulation in the rest of it. These are, it's about 5 inches of space, and there wasn't hardly any insulation in here when I tore it out. It was pretty bad. So I may actually put a 2x4 on here, and then it'll give me extra space to put larger bats of insulation, but I want to get at least 2 inches of spray foam. That's the goal. Just to seal it all up for heat loss purposes and mice, and we also, I've ordered the windows. They're coming in a few days, and then I'll install those brand new windows, 4 of them. That window is going to stay. Basically all that is staying just like that. I'm not going to demolish that any further, because that was a renovation that was done in the 1990s. Same with this part here. It's done in the 1990s, and it's pretty well insulated. I actually just recently finished putting all of this in here. I just did all that. This whole thing here I just redid because these beams here were falling down because they cut into structure that the renovation made. So these beams were starting to fall down. So I jacked it up, and then I put in all this chunky wood here just to build it up in a post. Basically, this I don't think is really holding any weight, but anyways, I just put it there because that's where the new railing is going to go. And I think, I just feel better about it being there. Yeah, this part here was, I guess the person who had cut into the structure here had also redid all this because they had to put an awkward bathroom door here, and this was just all open. So right there, that's the roof. That's just the tin roof from the outside to the outside. And all it was, when I opened it up, there was nothing here. So there was no insulation at all. It was just all pine board going up, and that was it. So yeah, no wonder I was getting so much heat loss. Same with here, there was hardly anything and hardly any kind of insulation at all. It's pretty bad. So I'm glad I'm doing this. A couple of rot spots in the logs. That's ancient cedar logs here. This one's starting to rot out. I'm not sure why. That hole is from the previous owner. I guess they were cutting in plumbing for their bathtub or something. Previous owner, I don't know how many times I've cursed at him. I'm going to start throwing all this drywall into the trailer. And I have that big pile of drywall over there that I have to get rid of. And then all that garbage, it's going to go to the curb. But I'll have to get the trailer closer. Then I'm going to start throwing all the drywall in there, and then I'll have to make a dump run soon. Yeah, soon. But that is the last little bit of wood that I'm going to throw out. Oh, except for the wood and that old hardwood flooring. I'm going to rip all that up. Get rid of that toilet too. Put a new toilet in. But yeah, I'm going to still have to throw that outside. Still have to burn that. But I've been so far I haven't spent any money on the garbage. Been able to put a lot of it at the curb for the garbage man. Basically, I just have the drywall to bring to the dump. So I'm just going to make one big dump run with the truck and the trailer, and then it'll be $40 or so to dump it all. Maybe more. The dump that is close to my house closed down, so I have to go a little bit further. And I'm not sure, I haven't been there before. I'm not sure how much they charge, but it's a lot cheaper than a bin. We'll get one of those giant bins, super convenient, but they're expensive. And I'll give you a brief description of what it's going to look like. So you come up to the top of the stairs, and there's going to be a door here, and this is going to be a room, and you go this way. This is going to be the new hallway. So it's just a little hallway. There's going to be a railing, and right here you're going to open up the door, and it's going to be the bathroom. So you're going to have the toilet in the same spot, and you're going to have a shower in between the two windows, and then a sink probably right about there, or maybe there. I'm not sure yet. Anyways, that is going to be the new bathroom. The wall is going to go right up against the toilet here. Behind the toilet, it's going to be kind of a counter or shelf space, maybe some cupboards or something, because I don't like these slanted ceilings, but I'm not going to raise the roof or anything. So you keep on walking down the hallway, and then a door is going to open up to Parker's bedroom. So Parker is going to get all this, all that stuff there, and right over here is, so he's going to get all this here. His room is going to end somewhere around here. So it's going to build a wall here, and then build a wall straight up here like that. So it's going to be a little corner like that. So he's going to get all of that to himself. And Spencer's room, he's going to get all this, all that, 2 windows. So the rooms will be relatively equal in the size. There used to be 3 rooms up in here, of course, but now we're just going to do the 2. That's the loft. I'm not going to show you that because it's full of our junk, and the kids are sleeping in there right now. But that is going to be our master bedroom eventually. That's where we're going to sleep. It has a wood stove in there. It's really nice in there in the wintertime. Get the stove going, nice and toasty. So like I said, I want to just give you an update video, show you what I've been doing. I'm really sorry about not putting up as many videos as I wanted to, but I hope you understand. You know, I got so many obligations I got to attend to. The business, I'm still picking up stuff, taking stuff apart, scrapping, and selling stuff on eBay. So that's keeping me very, very busy. And then I have this I have to deal with. I have to rebuild this before it gets really cold. I have to have insulation before it gets really, really cold. That is a must. I have to do it. So as soon as those windows come in, I'm going to throw those windows in, and I'm going to start I'm going to spray foam, and then I'm going to frame over top of it. So I'm going to spray foam everything, get one of those kits from Home Depot, and put the framing over top of it. Just do it like that, I think. Kind of making it up as I go. Yeah, so business, renovations, and just my family too. I want to spend time with the kids. So hopefully you guys understand, but stay tuned for more videos because I got a lot more coming up, and I have a lot of older footage that I want to make into videos as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going anywhere. Still love doing YouTube, and it's fun, but I gotta do this first. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.